I love mushrooms. One of my favorite foods are mushrooms. Beta-glucan has another property that's the complete opposite of wound healing, and that is beta-glucan can starve cancers by cutting off the blood supply to cancers. This is called anti-angiogenic mushrooms. Now, people are either mushroom lovers or they're not so big fans of mushrooms. I happen to love them. I love mushrooms in soups, stews, with pasta, sauteed, on scrambled eggs, so many different ways that you make mushrooms. And in addition to their great taste, mushrooms have great health benefits, all right? And this is because of the bioactives that are in mushrooms. One of them is called beta-glucan, and this is the form of soluble fiber that has multiple benefits. Beta-glucan has been shown by researchers to improve your circulation. It helps healthy angiogenesis and the vascular endothelial cells that line your blood vessels. Beta-glucan is very helpful for that. And beta-glucan, when you have a wound, can speed up angiogenesis. This is the sprouting of new blood vessels that can help you heal wounds. In fact, part of the research I've done shows that beta-glucan speeds up wound healing by recruiting stem cells from the bone marrow to contribute to regenerating the wound, stimulates angiogenesis to actually get better circulation to the wound, and then zips the wound shut by closing it at the very top. All right, so beta-glucan from mushrooms supports healing and circulation. Beta-glucan has another property that's the complete opposite of wound healing, and that is beta-glucan can starve cancers by cutting off the blood supply to cancers. This is called anti-angiogenesis, all right? And we've actually done research on this to show this can happen as well with mushroom-derived beta-glucan. Beta-glucan is also a powerful anti-inflammatory. So if you want to fight cancer, you want to lower inflammation of the body, if you want to fight diseases of aging, you want to lower inflammation. And beta-glucan, because it's a soluble fiber, feeds your gut microbiome. Healthy gut bacteria, well-fed gut bacteria lowers inflammation, boosts immunity, helps you speed healing, and also text message your brain so you're in a better mood as well.
Let's know some type of mushrooms, what they do. First, for anti-cancer effects.
Check this out. Oyster mushrooms.
What are you into?
Look at these. These are actually amazing natural mushrooms that actually have beta-glucan, which actually boosts our immune system. Check this baby out. I found fresh porcini mushrooms. This is called Boletus edulis. It is a mushroom that is used, prized for cooking. Absolutely delicious. Usually find it dry, and I would cook with it in risotto or whatever. But this is really a really cool find, especially this time of the year. Fresh porcini mushrooms. So I bought a small bag of it, and I want to show you what I cook. And they taste really, really great. Meaty, nutty, absolutely delicious. So where is the beta-glucan? It is in both the cap. Let me show you the cap. Here's the cap. And it's in the stem. And for porcini, okay, you want to make sure that you're actually eating the stem as well. You just slice this by the side. Let me show you a bigger one right here. All right, so do not just eat the cap. You want to eat both. Slice up the cap, slice up the stem, and you'll get your beta-glucan. What else do I actually cook it with? How do I prepare it? So we slice it up. Takes me just a couple of minutes. Oh, by the way, you really kind of just want to wipe down the porcini with a damp cloth or towel. You actually don't want to soak it. You don't want to really do too much to it. So brush off the dirt.
It boosts metabolism.
Actually, let me just tell you what you do. So I take a pan, like a cast iron pan. I put some olive oil in it. Okay, not too much, maybe 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. And then I take the chopped up garlic, I saute it, I let it kind of heat up over medium-high until it's really fragrant. And the garlic is actually turning kind of like a slightly golden brown. Do not let it burn. That's the key sin of cooking with garlic, is to let it burn. So now you flavor the oil. And then what I do is I take up the chopped up porcini mushrooms, okay, this is a sliced up version of this, and I just pop it right in there. Now, here's what you do. You let it just cook on one side. Do not stir it very much. let the oil absorb, the heat up, the heat up from the pan will actually cook the water. Mushrooms are about 80% water. It'll rapidly cook it. What I do with the pan, I flip it just once or twice, maybe just turn it over. So the other side is actually being cooked. Same way, the heat will cook it through. You are done in 2 minutes. Now, what I actually do is while, it's kind of heating, within those 2 minutes, I'll put some parsley. Now, if I had fresh parsley, I would have used it, but the dried was just as good with the apigenin. And at the very end, I squeeze a couple of rounds of fresh cracked pepper, and then I'm done. I'm literally in 2 minutes. You actually just take a spoon, scoop it up, serve it on a dish, and man, you have an amazing fresh porcini dish that you can serve. And it's so good, you could actually have it just by itself with a salad. You could put it on a salad, or you could actually top a pasta. You could do all kinds of things with it. Beta-glucan also, in mushrooms, actually also up your metabolism. And I write about that in my new book, Eat to Beat Your Diet, which I hope you'll read because it talks all about the clinical studies with mushrooms. But here are some of the ones that actually stand out. Oyster mushrooms. They actually are absolutely delicious to eat, packed with dietary fiber. Let's see. Oh, look at these. This is a royal trumpet mushroom. Look how big this guy is. This you'd want to kind of slice up and saute so that it's almost like a steak. It's a very meaty mushroom. Let's see, some hedgehog mushrooms. These are tiny guys. They kind of look like chanterelles. Also very delicious. And here are some real chanterelles. One of my favorite mushrooms, chanterelle mushrooms. Chanterelles actually have a lot of beta-glucan. And let's see, crimini, also very good. This actually is used in lots of great recipes. And then something unusual, shiitake. Shiitake actually has a ton of beta-glucan. All right. Now, when you're cooking with mushrooms, you might actually get the top and cut off the stem, but I want you to keep the stem. The stem has twice as much beta-glucan. So if you're going to use mushrooms, cook with the stems as well. You might make them separately, but cook with them. All right. Now, check this out. This is unusual. Cordyceps mushrooms. Okay, this is actually an herbal mushroom. Very beautiful. Look at how delicate these actually are. Cordyceps, actually a medicinal mushroom, actually has different bioactives in it that actually can activate your immune system as well, and your angiogenesis circulatory defenses. For good eating, I don't recommend that you use medicinal mushrooms. Now, medicinal mushrooms have become very popular recently. Lion's mane, cordyceps, turkey tail. They're kind of bitter. They don't taste that great, honestly. But here's the thing. For thousands of years, the medicinal mushrooms have been not used for food. There's probably a reason for that, but rather they've been used by traditional healers for traditional medicines, like traditional Chinese medicine, all right? And the experts apply them to actually treat specific diseases. So sure, you can eat those medicinal mushrooms. Lion's mane, I've seen recipes for actually roasting them. It probably tastes pretty good in those recipes, but I recommend that we leave medicinal mushrooms to the healers, all right? Leave the medicine to the healers, and to leave the culinary stuff because it still has the beta-glucan for ordinary food.